Hey, how you doing? I'm just watching the Truman Show. A lot of people relate this with gang stalking and that. And yeah, it just happens to be on television in Australia, and I'm just watching the channel, flicking through, and Truman's on, and yeah, it relates a lot with what a lot of targeted individuals experience. The how everyone's just an actor, and people are just staging all events, and there's a lot of street theatre going on, and you know, um, you're being followed around, and like everyone's like under surveillance, got you under surveillance, and are being used, you know, and everything is like centered around you. Everything is being centered towards you, and except it's not like positive like this, like the Truman Show. It's supposed to be a nightmare, like these people, like, they create nightmares in people's lives, and they destroy your family within, and all your relationships and things, and it's very much like the Truman Show, only it's a nightmare. Only it's just a fucking just this sick reality that we're living in, that how people are just being gang stalked and stuff like that. And the Truman Show is like a movie about a bunch of actors, you know, centered around one guy, and from when he was born, from the day he was born, he's been just like this prodigy experiment where everyone's experimenting on him and telling him, in trying to influence him, and you know um, keep him suppressed from knowing what's really going on. They're all like hiding the information and things that that everything's an act, everything's a false reality, and they're never allowed to tell you. They're never allowed to tell you that this reality that you're living in isn't real. And that's the world that Truman's living in. No one's telling him about this, his reality, his world. Where it's everything is like not real. It's all an illusion, and people are just like paid actors to follow you around all day long, and just create all these stage theatre events and all that. You'll get everywhere. You'll get cars, you'll get helicopters, you'll get all kinds of like people coming out with their phones and things, people wearing specific colours, and that you're all sensitized to, or you'll hear certain noises like Harley Davidsons, you'll hear like V8, like a V8 engine, someone with a high performance car going past or whatever, and they'll try to sensitize you to clapping sounds, dogs barking, like people screaming, like and you're living in a Truman Show, more or less, and like you're becoming highly sensitized and things like that, like to everything, because they want to create stress in your life. They want to always have you like under stress, and society's created to be that way. They want you to like live in stress and live in high anxiety and things like that, so they can control you, like, and just their ways are through trauma based mind control. They control you that way, and everyone's been influenced in some sort of way through gang stalking. There's nobody there's a lot, most people know about gang stalking, because everyone is like an actor in the Truman Show, and but they're not allowed to tell you about the reality that's really going on, and what they're accusing you of, and what types of like crimes they're accusing you of, that things that you did as a person, how you ruined the gang stalking monsterhood and things like that, and you're made to look ungrateful and all types of like different things, and then they like threaten to hurt you further and fuck up your life even more and things like that, and That's the sort of like reality that we're living in, where people are being attacked, for just being an individual, a specific type of person, an empath, a political activist, a scientist, people who work in the military, they're all like in politics, they're all like reasons for people being targeted. And they try to make you undesirable to people all around you and that, and doesn't matter what you did for a living, who you knew, what you knew, who you knew. It's not who you know, it's what you know, like more or less these days. Or I should say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. You know, it's a bit of both, sort of, because we're living in like the reality where, if you don't know the right people, you don't know anything at all. You don't know anything at all. And if you do know something, then, everyone around you doesn't know what's really going on, and you're the only one who knows what's going on. And like, it's just, we're living in just like distorted reality, like, you could see like in the Truman Show, the moon isn't real, the sky isn't real, there's fake weather, and like everything, even the weather there's fake in the Truman Show, everything. And you see some people, you look in the sky sometimes, and it does look a bit fake sometimes, how you see the chemtrails in the sky that they're spraying, and the clouds look fake and things like that. And everything, they're just like using artificial technology, to manipulate our world that we're living in. And with these gang stalkers, they got their hands on like, devices that, gang stalk people and manipulate people on a daily basis. And like, you know, gang stalking is just like a really small scale of what's really going on. You know, you as an individual getting gang stalked, right, is just a small minor thing compared to what's really going on in the world. Like the stage events that are happening right now before our eyes, and, they're only trying to distract us from getting the information out there, getting truth, knowing what's going on and stuff like that. They want to keep you confused, and they want to keep you unaware to the reality, like Truman is. They try to keep Truman always like, you know, out of the loop, of what's really going on and that. And, he has to find out for himself what's going on. And, you can see here he's trying to leave. He's trying to go somewhere, but they won't let him go. Like you can see there's a plane and all that. And he wants to go to Fiji and see a girl, and they won't let him go and that, because the gang stalking program is like that too. And the world that he lives in is all about him. And if he leaves, there will be no show. There's no show, there's no business, there's no nothing. Everyone would be out of the job if he left. And they're trying everything for them to keep him there, and yeah, it's just, the world is like a Truman Show for targeted individuals, and we're being followed and constantly like monitored, and there's people everywhere all around that can hear what we're thinking, what we're doing. They know if we say something in our head, they'll know exactly what we're going to do, or what location we're going to go to, or which friend we're going to see, or anything like that. They know what undies you're wearing. Like, it's, my gang stalking is that bad. Like, I get followed by invisible people and everywhere, and my life is the Truman Show. Everyone is like being turned into actors. Everyone I know, like, is turning into these like characters, like in the Truman Show. And nothing is like real. They all want to set you up and get you done over and things like, man, I'm telling you, it's that bad. And that's how it is in the Truman Show. But except with gang stalking, it's like a Truman Show, like on steroids. It's a nightmare. It's a total nightmare. And with that being said, take care.